What's going on, family? It's your boy T'Challa, and in today's video we're gonna talk about this Oxpecker, this huntersfury. Okay, I know it's been a long time since I posted, but I promise you I didn't forget you guys. I literally just been grinding the game. I was grinding expertise, and I was putting a whole bunch of build video ideas together, which I have a list of, and some of those videos are coming to you guys soon. But I just wanted to let you know this is where it starts, because these updates for the Division 2, as you guys know, coming out on May 27th, it's about to be crazy. So I just been trying to get prepared for that. That's why you haven't seen me posting anything, but we're slowly but surely getting back to it. Now, the Oxpecker is not a highlighted weapon. A lot of people are disappointed in it, including myself. The talent is not that good, but I did put this build together and I put some time into it, and it came out pretty good. I'm solid with it. It's definitely a different play style, especially if you use modifiers. Okay, you don't have to use the modifiers, you can turn it off, but the game wouldn't be challenging without the modifiers, because the new modifiers, which some people are saying is like things that are implemented from Division 1 with these modifiers, is it makes the game challenging, and I particularly like that, simply because, you know, it makes you work on your builds. It makes you put builds together thoughtfully, instead of just, oh, let me put this together and run through NPCs. You know, the game is no fun like that. So yeah, I had to put a little bit of work together and really think about everything going into this build, and regen is king right now. With this last, not update, but the new season, regen is king. You know, the pestilence is king. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and we're gonna get into it right after. Okay, I'm gonna break down this build, and I hope you guys enjoy. T'Challa, catch you guys soon. let's show some global modifiers that we have active on this build. Now you don't have to use this, but I like to use them because they added in the game, which means that builds are now going to be really challenging. When you make a build, there's no longer just running and gunning through everything. You really have to put some thought into it and build around these modifiers and really think about the pieces and weapons you're going to use with the talents. So we're using overdrive, instantly max out your rogue momentum and receive powerful combat bonuses after overdrive ends. Your momentum gain is temporarily reduced. Bonuses you get for 10 seconds: 30% weapon damage, 30% skill damage, 30% rate of fire, unlimited ammo supply. Okay, penalties after overdrive ends. Momentum gains are reduced by 70% for 150 seconds. Okay, the passive modifiers that we have on is fortified shield, because we are using a shield build. Increases your skill shield's base health by 100%. Then we're using reactive reinforcement, which heals 5% of your maximum armor when your shield takes damage, which is taking a lot of damage. And then the other passive we're using is critical recovery. Critical hits restore 5% of your maximum armor, which this is what I'm saying, like this whole build is built around armor regen and shield regen. So these are the modifiers that we're using. You don't have to use these, but they do make the game a little bit more challenging, which I like a challenge, so it's fun. And these are what we're implementing with these new updates with the division. Okay, breaking out with the specialists that we're using for this build, particularly firewall, for 4 reasons. Let's get into that. So we're going to use the extracellular matrix mesh, which helps with your armor kit. Your armor kit recovers 200% armor and 200% health over 10 seconds. So it's a overstimulated, powerful armor regen, so to speak. Secondly is the striker shield, and that says the striker shield is a modified version of the crusader shield, allowing the K8 jet stream flamethrower signature weapon to be used while equipped, which most of you know, but if you didn't, in addition, the striker shield boosts the damage of the user and all allies behind them based on the number of enemies in front of the shield. Shield skill tier increases with both armor and skill cores attributes. So that's the main reason why we use this, so we can get that extra damage output on the enemies in front of us with the shield, because this build is built around the Oxpecker, which helps regen the shield. The other part is you get the mod to increase the health of the shield, and you get the mod to increase the regeneration, which we'll look at when I get into the skills. Okay, next reason we chose this is because on armor break, apply burn to enemies within 5 meters. This allows you, if they do shoot you up and you get in a sticky situation, your armor breaks and all the enemies around you within 5 meters will become on fire, which gives you that few seconds to recover, to either pop an armor kit, or you can just get the regen from the way I set the build up. The other reason is you get the 15% increased shotgun damage handy for close encounters, which is this mod. It unlocks the tactical short grip. This gives you another 15% crit hit damage if you're going for a weapon that it is allowed to have this mod on it. So those are the 4 reasons why we chose firewall. Alright, getting into the rest of this build, we are using the Oxpecker. Okay, this is a weapon that is not good with the community. The talent is trash, to be honest, because nobody uses a shield because of the disorientation that it gives you upon the shield being broken. Okay, nobody wants to deal with that. People are smacking hard, enemies are smacking hard. It's too much. But I personally like the weapon, and I wanted to make a build around it because I didn't see too many YouTube videos about the weapon itself. Okay, you got mine at 117.4k base damage. I personally like the RPMs, and I rolled this one time. With me rolling it, I got my damage to target out of cover on the first roll. So we got ours up to expertise 28, and then we got SMG damage crit chance, and then the talent is called symbiosis. While having a shield deployed, lose shield health at a rate of 10% per second. Your shield receives repairs of 25% of the damage dealt by this weapon. Okay, I tested this out and it wasn't as good as I thought it was, so we wind up expertising the weapon, and we wind up expertising the shield to max everything out so that we can make this build effective. Okay, the next weapon we were using was First Sight. Okay, I only use this weapon simply because of the weapon skin to match the theme of my character. That's it. That's literally the only reason I use this weapon, but it is a decent weapon. I'm not a fan of the RPMs, but it does hit hard. The talent we have on this is Preservation. Killing the enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. Headshot kills improve the repair by an additional 10%. Okay, this is a armor regen build. Not a full armor regen, but simply with what we have, we are using armor regen to gain some of that armor back. Alright, these are the 4 pieces that we're using. We are using Hunter's Fury, and we have the mask, chest, gloves, and the holster. Let's look into these pieces and see what we got on them. So this one, we have armor, we have crit hit damage, and then the crit hit damage mod. Okay, the 4-piece talents are 2 pieces give you 15% shotgun damage and SMG damage. 3 pieces give you 20% armor on kill, 50% health on kill. Okay, the 4th piece gives you Apex Predator. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times, which gives you another 25% weapon damage on whatever weapon damage you already have. Now, this is why we went with Hunter's Fury for this weapon, because it is an SMG, and not only that, the amount of damage you can stack up when you're at full stacks. Okay, so we got the chest piece, we got the weapon damage, armor regen, and then the crit hit damage mod. And the talent on the chest piece, which greatly helps you, is Endless Hunger. Increases the duration of Apex Predator, stacks from 10 seconds to 30 seconds. Now, that 30 seconds may seem short, but that's really long when you're stacking, which allows you to just literally plummet through NPCs when you're stacked, which you saw in the gameplay. Okay, the holster, we have weapon damage and armor regen. For the gloves, we have armor and crit hit damage. And the backpack, we are using Sokolov. That gives us another 10% SMG damage. For the brand set bonus, we have weapon damage, armor regen, and crit hit chance with the crit hit damage mod. Okay, the talent we're running is Bloodsucker. Killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Max stacks is 10. Okay, when you're at max stacks with Apex Predator and Bloodsucker, your armor increases with the help of the knee pads called Turmoil, which they gifted us. Okay, it's a Seska brand. Crit hit damage, you get the brand set bonus 8% crit hit chance, and then we have weapon damage, crit hit chance, and crit hit damage. The talent is Bewildered. When dealing weapon damage to an enemy, 50% of the damage will be dealt to another enemy within 30 meters, which is a pretty decent size. Instead, when there are no enemies nearby, deal damage normally. Does not apply to armor plates. Okay, so we gotta get through those armor plates, but once you get through those armor plates, you start killing enemies left and right. What you see in the gameplay, I was getting some bonus armor from people I wasn't even shooting because of the Turmoil talent Bewildered, which helps you greatly with this type of build, because for some reason these special green builds, gear sets, they are kind of weak when it comes to armor, so it's a problem. But that's why we have Bloodsucker, and we have 1.2 armor total, because we want that weapon damage so we can take these enemies out. Now, the shield we're using, again, we're using the Striker shield, and because we have 2 armor cores, it's not as powerful, but we maxed this shield out to 28. And the mods on it that you get for having the firewall is the 8% shield health, and then you get the 8% active regeneration from firewall as well. And then we have 5% holster regeneration, which means when I'm not using the shield, it's not deployed, then it's gaining 5% regen. Okay. The other skill is the Reviver Hive. Okay, the Reviver Hive, we definitely needed this because sometimes you get taken out, you get flanked, which I feel like all these NPCs are flanking us. Now it doesn't matter. Before it used to be True Sons and Black Tusk, only flankers, but now it's like every faction is flanking. We got 8.4% stem efficiency, 4 repair charges, and 4.3% duration on the Revive Hive. Okay, just in case. So this is the build. Let's look at some stats. Okay, got 117.4k weapon damage total. We're maxed out on crit hit chance, and then we have 114% crit hit damage, 70% headshot damage. Okay, so we got some weapon damage. Excuse me. We got 98% overall weapon damage bonuses, 15% assault rifle damage, 55% submachine gun damage, and 30% shotgun damage. Let me see if I can find that armor regen. Okay, so armor regen, we got 14,775 armor regeneration, which helps out because in the gameplay you saw there was a spot where I got killed. I went down, but that split second I was able to take cover, and because of the armor regeneration, it helped me not die. So that's why we put regen on here, to switch it up. Instead of going full DPS or all reds or putting on more armor cores, we wanted to go a little bit more damage because of the Oxpecker and because of the shield, as well as the Turmoil talent. We want to inflict as much DPS with some survivability without losing too much DPS. Okay, so that's the build, guys. Let me know what you think about it. Again, we like to think outside the box, or just switch it up, because this game offers so many variations of builds and not too much of the community is putting it out there. But let me know what you guys thinking below in the comment section. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share these videos with the community. It's your boy T'Challa. Catch you in the next video. T'Challa out.